New York Congressman Jerry Nadler says agents from the Department of Homeland Security forcefully entered his congressional office and handcuffed a member of his staff. Video shows the encounter, which Nadler called heavy-handed tactics. The staffer was...
Some of you who read my Substack know that I have finally lost my patience with Democratic leadership. And I don't say this with any pleasure. I don't like ripping into Democrats, but what has happened over the past couple of days, last week, has been alarming and angering. And if you can't get as angry as I do and they can't get as angry as I do, then you shouldn't be in this. First, we had Representative Nadler's office, where these thugs, these ICE agents, these low-grade, low-rent Gestapo who show up and have face coverings because somehow they see Nuremberg trials in their future, I believe, but don't identify themselves, don't have a warrant, and just think they can arrest you. These are the things I was taught don't happen in America, or detain you. They did this to an aide in Jerry Nadler's office in New York, his district office. They handcuffed this person, and they did it because they could. If you watch, they could. If you watch the video, they were so nasty, they were so aggressive, they think they can do anything, and it's always how it happens with authoritarianism. Okay? That needs to be stopped now. You need to stand up and speak about it. You need to stand up and plan events around it. You need to show a force, by the way, that you won't give in to them, because you're quickly heading to a place where there will be violence, which I don't advocate. In fact, I advocate nonviolence. But people are going to get sick of being pushed around by these thugs, again, who don't identify themselves. I mean, we always would tell our kids, if some cop tries to stop you on a dark part of the road, you go to a well-lit part. Now, with these guys, what does that mean can happen to them? So let me get to the part with Democrats. This happens. These sons of bitches break into this office and scare the crap out of these people, intimidate, handcuff, abuse, assault. And the response from Leader Jeffries, who I've been trying to give a more of a chance to, is Donald Trump needs to know that he doesn't own us.
I want to ask you about something that happened in your home state of New York. In the past couple of days, Congressman Jerry Nadler said that DHS agents entered his congressional office on Wednesday without a warrant and handcuffed a member of his staff. This, of course, comes after the Trump Justice Department charged Democratic Congresswoman LaMonica MacIver with obstructing ICE agents after an altercation at a facility in Newark, New Jersey. Now, I know you previously warned that the administration charging members of Congress was a, quote, red line. What are you doing now that the red line you talked about has apparently been crossed?
In terms of how we will respond to what Trump and the administration has endeavored to do, we will make that decision in a time, place, and manner of our choosing, but the response will be continuous and it will meet the moment that is required.
What exactly does that mean? Have you not decided how to respond?
Really? Jerry Nadler, who I would think, and I've met before and I like as a person, but I would think would be freaking livid being that it happened in his office, his response was, this is troubling, this is alarming. They didn't just sneak in some provision for like an extra tax cut for yacht owners. That, like, normal rancid Republican shit, that's alarming. They took away someone's First Amendment rights. They took away someone's, Fourth Amendment rights. They're violating the separation of powers, and they're acting like fascist thugs. That's not how you react to this. So I thought I would give all of you what I would have said. So when they said, oh, this is troubling, this is alarming, sounding like we have, Democratic Majority Leader or Democratic Leader Merrick Garland in charge, I just wrote off the top of my head for the Substack the other day what I would have said. Let me share that with you. Here's my statement if I'm Hakeem Jeffries. Once again, 34-count felon Donald Trump, a convicted criminal, is using his corrupt, cruel, and incompetent administration to attack democracy just as he did on January 6th. Mr. Trump, listen good. You will not do this again. You will not. We won't allow it. My advice, concentrate on helping farmers you've bankrupted and 401ks you've destroyed with taco tariffs. And pick up an audiobook of the Constitution while you're at it. Because if your thugs step foot in one of my members' offices again without a warrant and in an attempt to detain anyone, we'll resist by any means necessary. I'll call the police, I'll call the FBI, hell, I'll call Interpol if I must. But you'll either follow the damn Constitution or you'll find yourself on your fat ass back in the place where you seem to be most comfortable in life, a courtroom. Yeah, that's my response. I hope you guys thought it was okay. Why? Why is this so hard? These people accuse us of killing live babies. They accuse us of the most vile conspiracies of getting soldiers killed on purpose. And why is it so hard to stop being conciliatory? Why is it so hard to stop using the language of troubled and bothered by stuff? No, you're not. You should want to throw somebody through a damn wall. This is our democracy, for fuck's sake. What are you doing? And so just when I write that and get past that, we have yesterday's display. Senator Chuck Schumer, our leader in the Senate, I use that advisedly, comes out and responds after Elon Musk attacks the Republican, badly built, butch body, bleach blonde bill, and comes out and Schumer attacks the bill by first saying, I agree with Elon Musk. What are you talking about? The guy that Sieg Heiled, he Roman saluted. The guy that has destroyed lives, deprived all sorts of people of jobs with no warning. The guy that broke into the Treasury Department. The guy that's having daily calls with Putin, turned off Starlink for Ukraine. I'm gonna go through everything here. You want to say you agree with him? Would it have maybe been a better thing to say, Elon Musk? I mean, look at Elon Musk, this insane asshat, this person who broke into our Treasury Department, this person who we were going to be holding hearings daily, regularly, to discover the breadth of his data stealing in various parts of our government, who brought his little band of merry incels with him to the Treasury Department. And 5 minutes later, or 10 minutes later, Russians were using the passwords they obtained to try to break in. The guy that likes to Roman salute a hell of a lot. Yeah, that guy who just had to quit Doge, an absolute failure by increasing the deficit and achieving none of his goals. Even he thinks Donald Trump's bill is a pile of crap. See how that's different? Then, I agree with him. Come on, Elon. I'll give you my number if you give me mine. Let's go out to lunch. You don't stand up and use him as like your crutch, as the guy to defend that, like you're Elon says it's bad, so it must be bad. No. You point out how awful he is and say, even that jackrabbit thinks it sucks. Even Rand Paul, the guy who was a jackrabbit living on his head, that I think cosplays as his hair, whose neighbor beat him up, thinks it's awful. This isn't hard, and I don't understand why the hell they can't get it together, but they clearly can't. So please, get us new leaders. I'm so happy that Jasmine Crockett is running, and she's not just following their protocol. She is running to become the ranking member on the Oversight Committee in the House. Yes, do that. Put her there. I want the rest of them. And again, I've said before, I don't care about ideology, within most ranks. AOC, Swalwell, Chris Murphy, Tammy Duckworth. We know who the people are who know how to fight. Dan Goldman referred the other day to this as it was. He said Gestapo-like tactics in referring to what ICE was doing. Yes, that's what it is. That's what you could have said. Representative Nadler, Leader Jeffries. Dan Goldman could say it. Why couldn't you? Perhaps he should be leader. Enough. We don't have time to waste anymore. They are getting increasingly bold. You may have seen in Minnesota, folks were fighting back against them. That's going to increase because if they come up to me, I'm not acting like I'm some courageous, I'm some tough guy. But if somebody comes up to me with a face covering without identification, whatever, you think there aren't going to be copycats out there? And somebody comes up to me and does that and tells me I better come with them. I'm not going with them. Who would? There is going to end up being violence. It will get bad unless we stop this crap now. Call them before your committees. Demand they come before your committees. Hold shadow committees if you are not allowed to hold regular ones because the Republicans in the House won't let you. Go on tours around the country. Put ads on TV. do everything we've talked about. This cannot stand. This is not America. And if they get away with this, every lesson from history tells you, you know, even if you don't care about people who are immigrants, which you should if you have a heart, but even if you don't, it will be you next. It will be you, a woman who decides that she has the right to speak up when she wants to. It'll be you, somebody who doesn't believe in Jesus as your savior. It'll be you, just somebody who politically opposes Trump. This is the way it always ends. Stop the shit now.